Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jean. Today we are going to be working on some thank you cards. So we're going to use this embossing folder. It says thank you and there's some flowers. Now I am going to show you how to take this embossing folder and do a couple different techniques with it to make some different looks. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first we'll cut our paper. Both of these we're just going to cut 8.5 by 5.5 to start out with. And we're going to cut both of them together. You don't have to if you don't want to, but save a little time. Almost screwed that up, didn't I? Okay. We just want to cut it in half. Okay, so now I got 4 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, so I've got 2 of my bases. I'm going to make 2 different colors here. And then these ones we're going to cut a 5.5 by 4. No, 5.25 by 4. Okay, so we're going to cut these down to 5.25. Go 5.25 by 4. Okay. Another one 5.25 by 4. Okay, so these are going to be my overlay pieces. Now these 2 pieces here we are going to use to make it an embossing folder. These 2 little pieces we don't need. All right, so let's go ahead and we will score the 2 card bases right away. Get those out of our way. So let's score these right away. Okay, and we will score them at 4.25. We'll score at 4.25. So we're just scoring them in half. Okay, 4.25. And because this is, I believe this is 110 pound cardstock, I'm going to just score on both sides. And then I will fold them right away. Okay, put that one aside. We don't need the bases quite yet. Okay, let's just fold that right away. All right, let's just set our bases off to the side. Okay, we are done with the scoreboard. Now we need to emboss these pieces right here. So let's bring in our little, I have the Anna Griffin Empress Mini. I love this one for the size. I do have like 3 or 4 different embossing folders that embossing machines that I have gotten over the years, but I really like this little one. Got a nice handle. Okay, let's see if I can zoom you out here a little bit so you can see. All right, so let's go. So we're gonna need our 2 A plates, which are the clear plates. I like to put 2 paper shims in. So it doesn't matter what size. I just had what I have on hand. Test your plates and your folders and stuff. I find that just gives me a deeper emboss by doing this. Then you're going to take the metal shim that comes with it, put that on. Then I will take my embossing folder, line it up. So I try to get it as centered as possible. And you're not going to get the whole thing in because this is bigger than what my top piece. But I just want to make sure it's kind of centered and even as possible. Okay. So I can go a little bit more this way so I can get that square in there. Okay, so put that down. Turn my machine on. And we're going to run that through. Okay. And this is what you get. I emboss on there. That's the back side, the deboss side. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm going to take my silver metallic piece, do the same thing. Whoop. I can tell that's going to be way crooked, Jean. Okay, put that in there. Same thing. This is perfect for, I use this one mostly because it's perfect for this. I do a lot of smaller projects, cars and stuff, but I have my big Gemini for my bigger projects. Okay, here's what the silver one looks like. Now we're going to take these two pieces. Okay, now we mostly want to focus on this square thank you here. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. So just get that in there and get that square. Okay, put that back in. Put that aside. See, we don't care about the top flowers or anything. All I wanted to get was the square. We're going to be cutting that out. Let's do the orange one. Okay, we don't need this anymore because I have some other pieces already embossed, so we wouldn't be here all day. Take out that. We can put this all aside. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna cut this square out now. So we just wanna cut around, we wanna keep this border. So we wanna keep this border here. So we're gonna cut on the outside of that border all the way around. Okay, get rid of that, right up to there. Now, if I have, like sometimes I'll use a bigger sheet and I'll get the flowers too, because we're gonna show you what we're gonna do with that too. Okay, cut that. Now we have just the rectangle that says thank you. Okay, we'll cut it out on this one too. I hope you guys have been enjoying my videos so far. I see, as expected, the hauls are doing the best right now, but everybody loves hauls. I love hauls. Okay, so now basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue the opposite color on the top piece on the base piece, okay? Just do the opposite color. You don't need a lot of glue. This glue sticks really, really well. Okay, so line it up. Bring it up. Okay. Bring you guys in a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, so now this one is the orange on the silver on the orange. I think that's a lovely combination. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. Center that up the best you can. Okay. Now, if you're in a hurry, that is a good card. You can send this out just like this. I would put a white piece inside. And then just, you can write on, which I do all that later on. So right there, you can stop right there. And that would be a really nice card. Or my next technique is you take that rectangle of thank you that you cut out, and we are going to stick it on right over there like that. Okay, let me glue that down. Okay. And just line it up with the other one underneath. Get it as straight as possible. Oops. Okay. Make sure I got it adhered. See? That right there is fine, just like that too. So there you've got two different looks. I will put the silver one on here. Like I said, you can leave it just like that, plain. Nothing else you need to do with that. I'll show you some more things, examples. All right. All right, so there's basically 3 different ways. So you have the plain, and then you put the overlay of thank you over the top. And you can also foam that up, which I will show in my samples later. Okay, so we have those. Next thing you can do is, now I embossed a white piece. Okay, so you can just go ahead and color the raised parts. Now you can color as much as you want, as little as you want. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly color a couple. I have a full sample done. So like I said, I don't color very well, but this doesn't need to be, it's as good as you want it to be. I'm just going to color a couple of them. I just kind of go in circular motions. I think that shows the pencil marks less. And then just go over it as much as you want. Okay, so I'm not going to go color the whole thing because we'll be here all day. But this is what it looks like, all colored. And then I also just put some little bling on it. I think that is really nice right there. See that? So that's basically like 3 different ways. Okay, I have yet another one, of course. So what else you can do is you can take another white embossed piece. You could do a different color, but I like the white when I color and everything. Okay, so I have another one. So now what you can do is those scraps that you would have left over that would have flowers on, just cut those flowers out, okay? Just cut around them, which I'll save all my little scraps. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna first dry fit it to see which way it goes. Okay, right like that. And then we will just glue that down. Okay. I'll just glue one more on quick and then I'll show you a finished one. All right, so you just glue them down, okay? That doesn't look very impressive, does it? But here it is finished. So now what I did is all the flowers are cut out pieces from the different scraps I've had. And then I took my color pencil and colored the rest in. You can leave it just plain, but I think that adds a little bit more dimension and a little, you know, a little bit more classiness to it. Of course, then again, I did bling up the centers. I bling everything. Okay. So what I use for my bling is you can get these at Hobby Lobby. So look, you can see from this side. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sizes, 2 of each size. This is the clear set. You know, it's hard to see without lighting. This is the clear set. They have other colors. And to find these, they're not by the scrapbooking section. They're over by the bead section. So where all the beads are for jewelry, you will find those over there. And I get every color they have. They have gold and silver sets. They have multicolor sets. They have the white, just white pearl sets. And they all are the same thing. There's 6 different sizes, which I really like. And there's a lot in there. I hardly used any. So now there we got like four different ways, because here's, let me put this one over here and take this one out. So you've got just the plain. So you got just the plain. And I would love getting that. Okay. Then you up that one and put the middle in, the thank you part, and you can raise that up with foam dots if you want. So that's 2. Then color. Now I wouldn't use marker. I tried marker, it bled. But gel pens worked fine. I like the color pencils because I like a more muted color, and you can do it as dark as you like or as light as you like. I kind of like pastel colors. Then here it is with the cutout pieces too. Now you could also do a raised piece in the middle, I think I have one just to show. I don't have a sample made up, but I do have an extra piece. So if you wanted to do that, let's do the purple one here. I have two here. So if you wanted to do that, you could just do that too. And that would be another look. But I think I like it just like this. And you can color it any way you want. I just love this. Okay, so let's see. I have some more samples here. So I have some different colors. Pretty easy to do. Like, that didn't take us very long at all. Cut the paper and emboss. You don't have to sit here and piece things together. It's a very quick, hard to make. And by making all the different styles, I give these away as gifts. And so I'll give a set of these to, family members. And I make a box to put them in, which I will give a tutorial on the box later on. So just make a bunch of different ways. So here's a pink set. So the pink and purple. So on this one, I did raise up the thank you. You can see it's the foam dots. It's raised up. This is a beautiful combination too. So there's your pink and purple. And there I put some bling on. So you don't need the bling. Like, these are just fine without the bling. You don't need, there's enough shine on these. That's what I love using, like a metallic paper when I emboss, because it really brings out the design, I think. So there we got the purple and the pink with the bling. And what else do I have? I have the silver with the light blue. No bling. Now just remember, if you're mailing these, you don't want too high your bling. Where these from Hobby Lobby are just perfect. They're really quite flat. And if you don't have bling, if you have some of those liquid dot things and stuff, you can put that in the center too. Or you can just cut out little dots if you have a little hole punch and put different colored dots in there for the centers. On these ones, I could have colored in a different color for the centers. Okay, so we have the blue and the silver set. We have the orange set. We have a couple different of the color, the pink. This is kind of one of my favorites, I think. The dark, like the maroon with the light pink. I mean, wouldn't you like getting that as a thank you card? Okay. And let's see, we did orange, and I think that's all the color combinations I have. But there is many ways to do this. I'm sure there's lots of other things you can do with an embossing folder. You just remember, you can cut apart. You can cut apart your embossing folders. Let me get a color. Let's find a darker color. You don't have to use an embossing folder just to emboss. You can cut these flowers out. I could have took the time to do the stems and put the stems on here too, but I think it's just fine like this colored. But take any embossing folder, look at it, and see how you can take it apart and see how you can change it up. There's lots of different things you can do with it. I hope this helps give you guys some ideas. Let me know what your favorite way is, and if you would like to see some more of these embossing folder tutorials where I teach you different ways to use your embossing folder and to come up with different designs, just let me know down in the comments. I hope you liked this tutorial. I know this was kind of quick, but it was pretty simple. All we had to do is do some embossing, and the rest was pretty easy. I would have colored the whole time, but it would have took a little while to color. But I think the effect is just lovely. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe, and if you liked it, hit the like button. Thank you.